What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Cedar Ridge Chronicles. Thanks for coming to my page. If you hadn't already, y'all please hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. All right, we're gonna get started. Today I'm gonna show y'all how I finish the back of a wall pedestal. I've had a few different people ask me about how I do this. I'm gonna show y'all the way that I do it. There's a few different ways that you can go about doing this. Different stages of how much you want to charge, I guess the best way to put it. What I do on the back of here is I go ahead and sand it. Then I'm gonna take a piece of leather. We're gonna put a piece of leather over it, and then we're gonna put rope right around the edges of this fur. Now that's how I do it. I only charge $50 upcharge to finish the back of a wall pedestal. Now, if you wanted to go ahead and add another, 25 bucks or so, you can cover this in Bondo on the back of here and make it nice and smooth, or you can build it up into a little bit of a dome and then put your leather over it and your rope or whatever you wanted to put around the edge of it. If you wanted to take it a step further, and there's guys that charge $200, $250 extra, and they'll actually cover this in like a paper mache or some kind of a texturing and make rock, put moss on it, an American flag, whatever y'all wanted to cover it in. You can do all kind of stuff with that right there, depending on what the customer wants to pay for. This is basically going to be my entry level, what I charge, what I do. Because like I told y'all before, being cheap is not a compromise of quality necessarily. Kia makes a great car, but Kia does not cost the same as a Tesla. And there's a whole lot more Kias on the road than there are Teslas. And I'm gonna tell y'all something, if y'all are entry-level taxidermists, you're trying to get this going, maybe to do for a hobby or maybe to do for a living, there is a lot more competition now in the upper level of taxidermy than there is in the lower level. It didn't used to be that case, but I would say that now most guys they've got more information, more classes, more ways of figuring stuff out now, and they're really starting to charge really high premium pricing. When one goes up, the other one goes up, so on and so forth. But this is a way that you can keep your prices down just below those guys, still be really competitive, and be in a market that a whole lot of people is not targeting right now for these guys that want to have a deer mounted but don't make a fortune. Well, let's get started. I use 3M Super 77 all-purpose adhesive. Now say that 3 times fast. We're going to spray the back of this really, really good. All right. Now you're going to take your leather and lay it just inside that fur. Make sure that you're not touching any of this hair that's going to go to the outside. And lay that right across there just like that. Just mash that down. We're gonna give that just a second to set up. Won't take but literally about 30 seconds. Okay, now we're gonna take our scalpel and we're gonna trim out the excess. Just like that. All right, now I've pre-measured this piece of rope. What you want to do is, on the back side of where that's going to go against the wall is where you want the 2 ends of your rope to meet. You don't want them to meet in the front because there's going to be a little bit of a seam there, but I like to start in the back bottom corner. We'll come up like that. We're going to go right along the edge of this hairline. Stay right on the edge of that leather. We're going to come right around. We're going to meet right there in the back. The way you connect that is with some hot glue. All right, you're going to take your hot glue gun. We're just going to do this a little at a time. A little bit of glue, a little bit of rope. This happens very quickly, so you don't want to get too far ahead of yourself. I like to use the mini gun with the mini glue sticks. It's a little bit easier to control, especially if you're doing something that's in real tight areas. Gun's a whole lot more compact, heats up a little bit quicker. Trim the end of this rope off. Put a little bit of glue on the end here, a little bit on the end here. Use my modeling tool. I'm just going to stick those two together. And guys, that's finished. But you got that piece of leather and rope where you can't actually see the back of it. And that right there is a finished mount. And guys, all of the products that I just used are in the links in the description. You can buy all this stuff on Amazon. I put my links on there for all the products that I order to use in my shop. So if y'all go down below, y'all can click on any of those. They'll take you straight to that link on Amazon. If you hadn't already, please hit that subscribe button. Going to get to 1,000. Guys, I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good afternoon. We'll see y'all next time.